This is the new tripod and follow focus from SmallRig.
This is a CineD Gear News video, supported by B&H and CVP.
Hey everybody, Graham Mailer-Sheldon here from CineD.com. Welcome to NAB 2023. I'm here at the SmallRig booth and I'm joined by David from SmallRig. David, we have a couple things to talk about today. Why don't we get started on the tripod?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a SmallRig FreeBlazer heavy-duty carbon fiber tripod. There's tons of features here. To start off with, carbon fiber sticks, right? So we're talking about a 5 kilogram or 11-pound tripod, all said and done. So it's really lightweight, breaks down really compact. So it's great for travel, great for moving from location to location. On top of that, we have a 22-pound or 10-kilogram payload capacity here. It's got a few claims to fame. One of them is SmallRig's new patented technology here called Free Speed, right? So one of the nice things is if you undo all 3 latches, each leg, the different sections of the leg are all controlled by a single latch. So you unlatch all 3, you can expand it up to 77 and a half inches, and break it all the way down super fast, so just very quick to move around. Also, we have a center spreader here, so you can go ahead and loosen up those knobs and get it nice and wide to get stable with a heavy payload. Or if you are shooting in a more compact area, you can go ahead and break that down. Makes a really small footprint. At the bottom, of course, we have your regular tripod feet, right? For if you're shooting on flat surfaces, pavements, hardwood, carpet, that's always nice. If you're outdoors in all-terrain conditions, if you're out in the mountains, right, you can go ahead and pop those off with a single click, and you have nice steel spikes, so to get traction. One of the things I think that SmallRig does really well is kind of thinking about the end user and really adding some quality of life improvements. And one of those, honestly, is these silicone grips here, right? It's such a small little feature, but when you're talking about moving your camera and your tripod around on set, constantly moving it from here to there, right? You play the awkward game where you're like bear hugging the tripod, you're like grabbing it at awkward angles and it's like falling over, right? None of that. It's nice and comfortable. It's easy to grab, lift it up, right? Move it around as you need to. So that's for the sticks of the tripod. Next up would be the tripod head. Everything you'd expect from a professional tripod head for videographers, it's here. You've got your pan tilt. Your tilt goes 90 degrees forward, so if you want to shoot vertical content, 60 degrees backwards, and of course you have a 360 pan with tension controls here for the tilt as well as for the horizontal pan. On the top here, one of the neat features of this tripod head specifically, there's a quick release plate, right? And everyone's familiar with Manfrotto quick release plates. That's pretty standard across the industry. But if you happen to also be one of many content creators or videographers who use DJI gimbals like the RS2, RS3, you'll know that they have their own quick release plate. So DJI made things easy. Pop off the plate, and on the top, there's 2 buttons you can press. If you're shooting with a Manfrotto tripod plate, go ahead and press that down, and it'll accept a Manfrotto tripod plate. If you're shooting with the DJI RS2 or RS3 quick release plates, go ahead and press that down, and it'll take that. So you're reducing that need for adding on an additional adapter on top, right? For me, I have to always put on these like RC2 adapters just so I can move things around quickly. You don't have to do that with this system.
Very, very cool. Now, David, when I hear like carbon fiber, I think, okay, this is going to be pretty expensive, but I also know SmallRig makes, honestly, some pretty affordable stuff. So in terms of price point, what are we talking here?
So price point, this is what blew me away, $399 for the tripod head, for the sticks, and a carrying bag.
I mean, that's super, super cool. Also, it's little things like the ergonomics of just lifting a thing. I cannot tell you how many times. Well, C-stands may be the bigger culprit, but tripods pinching me like right here. I get hit right. It's like so painful. Anyway, this is super, super cool, David. What else do you have to show us today?
Next up, we also have a modular follow focus system that just released today as well, and I'd love to show you that. First thing when you think of a follow focus system, you're always thinking gear teeth, gear belts, right? Which is a great way to make it modular and adaptable to all kinds of lenses, including photography lenses. But I find that, to be kind of a hindrance. It makes you not want to use follow focuses sometimes because it's just one extra thing that you have to constantly lug around with you. You got to make sure you have your gear belts with you. While this system does come with your traditional gear belt and a gear drive as well, in the box also comes with a friction wheel, which is perfect for photography lenses. Right? You don't have any anything holding you back. You just slap it onto your 15mm rod and attach it, and you're on the road, ready to go, off to the races. So yeah, let me walk you through some of the features here on this system. So of course it attaches to a standard 15mm rod, so this is very modular and works with most people's setups, right? If you're familiar with follow focus systems. One quick thing, a quick release. You need to change lenses, nice and easy, right? You need to switch on to a different lens, pop it on, and you're back to the races. When you flip it out over here, you'll also notice that there's a tension ring in the back here, which helps change the resistance level of your follow focus. If you want it to be nice and loose, if you're doing a lot of run and gun, docu style, you need to be switching your focus really quickly. That makes it nice and easy. But let's say you're shooting something that you're more planned, right? Some more creative work where you're sitting there going, okay, I'm trying to do some focus racks. Okay, well then you can go ahead and tighten that tension, add some resistance there, and now that makes your focus pulls a little smoother, a little slower. On top of that, on the note of talking about focus pulling, focus racking, right? We have, of course, your standard marker plate. So if you can mark your focus markers right there for your distances. But one thing I find with that is, right, like you're still relying on checking to make sure, okay, did I hit my Sharpie mark yet, And you get your great take, everyone did everything they were supposed to do, and then you check the footage and you're like, the focus was off, it was on the nose, not the eye, you gotta go back and reshoot it. Well, you can take the guesswork out of that game and use these A/B stop points, and they're super easy to set up. Let's say you want to set up point A, roll it over, found the point, move it back out, tighten it down. Find point B, roll it over, pull your focus, move it away, lock it down. Now you have hard stops, ready to go.
Yeah, it takes the guesswork out of it. It's a mechanical solution. It's not a digital one. You hit the stop and you're like, okay, that's, if you got your marker in the right spot, then it's in focus.
That's right, no more trial and error. And if you want this to be free spinning, if you don't want, something to be in the way, you can always flip that back and now you have 360-degree control of your focus.
Very cool. So imagine you're using like a Nikon lens or something, the focus is kind of the other way. Is there anything you can do to compensate for that?
Yes, absolutely. So that's definitely a challenge out there, and SmallRig thought of a solution for this, because some lenses, right, turn clockwise the focus out, counterclockwise to focus out on a different lens. And that's always could be a pain because you might have to retrain yourself, right? Now you're thinking, all right, I got to pull the focus wheel towards me to focus away, which is a bit of a mental gymnastics you have to do there. Well, all you have to do with this unit is there's a lever, you flip it, and you can reverse the direction in which the wheel is placed. Right? Of course, you have to adjust the location of it, but now you're turning left to turn right and turning right to turn left to reverse that direction.
Okay, and then how can people find this? What's the name of this, and then pricing and availability?
Yeah, so this is the SmallRig Modular Follow Focus. It's available today online, and the price is $159.
Wow, very cool. David, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time with us today. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Happy to be here.
All right, guys, that's it for us here at the SmallRig booth at NAB 2023. Stay tuned for more ongoing coverage from the show. Oh, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.